There is some major developments in regards to Sudiksha disappearance, and I'm going to talk about it and give you the most latest updates in regards to that. So, everyone, welcome back to That's It. Okay, you guys, I know a lot of you are tired of me, keep talking about Sudiksha, keep mentioning her name. I know you guys are just like over it. Well, I'm not over it. And I kept saying it in many of my videos. I am going to continue to talk about her. I'm going to continue to be a voice for her until the authorities or someone let the public know that she is unalive, she's no longer on this earth, and that's it. That's it. Until then, I'm going to keep talking about her. I'm going to keep advocating for her on the behalf of her family and the people that love her and miss her, and other people that are still talking about this case. So I am going to continue on until we hear any updates, which I am going to talk to you about right now about the major updates in regards to her disappearance. So here we go. So this sheriff, Mike Chapman, sheriff from Loudoun County, he did an interview, a brief interview, and this is Mike. He did a brief interview with one of the reporters and about Sudishka and about the disappearance and how, what happened to her didn't really sit well with him. It wasn't right, meaning that the whole story, the whole drowning in the ocean, it just didn't seem right to him. And he wanted to go more further into this investigation because the Dominican Republic authorities and the police department basically did the bare minimum. Basically, they didn't really do what they needed to do to further this case. So when he sat down with the reporter and the reporter asked several questions, and I wish you guys that I can find a video of of the the interview, but you could definitely check it out on YouTube. Fox 5 Washington D.C. Did an interview on Chapman, Sheriff Mike Chapman, pardon me, and you can definitely check it out on YouTube. I tried to see if I could pull it up on TikTok. I could not find it. I couldn't even find a recording. If you guys can find a recording of it, please drop it on the link on my YouTube channel. I would gladly appreciate it. But I've been searching for it, and I could not find the video, so I can share with you the interview that he did, and I can't even find the audio recording as well. So if you can find it, if you have find it, please drop it on the link. I would gladly appreciate it. But I wrote down the stuff that really caught my attention in regards to the interview that he said to the reporter. Like basically, he was saying to the reporters that he went down, the FBI, the DR, the FBI himself, other investigators went down there to the Dominican Republic, along with the police officers, to find out what is going on. What have they missed? They have missed something that maybe someone dropped the ball because some of the stuff that they've been reporting or lack of reporting actually is not making sense. It was not making sense to Sheriff Mike Chapman, and he wanted to go down there to get more information in regards to the disappearance of Sudiksha. Excuse me. So this is what I jotted down. So the question was asked to the sheriff by the reporter, "Do you believe that she drowned?" And he said that he don't know. He don't know that he drowned, but he's not ruling it out that she did not drown there. But he highly suspect that there was more information out there that was not being told to the public and to the authorities as well, and he just wanted to know more information about it. And to him, he's saying that there was no, they didn't give him or the FBI or the HSI full access of to the whole case. Basically, they just gave him the bare minimum. All they did was just interview the few people that was there at the time during the disappearance of Sudishka. And again, this is a very popular resort. It's a vacation resort. People go in and out. People vacation there and then they leave. It's not the same people all the time. So he was like saying that he highly suspicious that she did not drown. That's just his theory because he's saying there's no body. There's no body. There's nothing had surfaced that claimed that she drowned. But again, he's not ruling it out that she did drown. But they're saying that it's a possibility that she did not drown as well. And then according to Sheriff Chapman, Mr. Chapman, he said there's a huge gap between what Joshua was saying in his statement and then opposed what happened. So meaning that the time that they were in the water, then Joshua said that they were in the water, then he started vomiting, then he passed out, then he woke up, and then he went walking back to the hotel. Then another story was there was in the water. She got apparently there was a high tide, dragged them back in the water. Then he brought her back to shore, and then he saw her walking, and then that's when he passed out. So with Mr. Chapman, he was like I said, there's inconsistency in Joshua's story. It doesn't make any sense. Like he woke up, and then later on, then he just went back to the hotel. But then he said that he started the vomiting. He saw Sudiksha, but he really didn't see her. So we don't know where the story lies. We don't know what really happened. But then he mentioned in the interview that there was footage of the both of them at the beach. And I'm thinking if there's footage at the beach with the both of them, darkened as it was, you would think there would be footage of her walking from the beach back to the hotel. Now, why did not share that to the public? Why did he's mentioned it now is beyond me. Not saying that they have something to hide, but that seems a little suspicious to me. Now, if there's footage out there, and he says it in his interview that there is a footage of both of them at the beach, there should be footage of her walking from the beach towards her hotel, but there's not footage. So to me, that's a little red flag, and something is not adding up to that. But anyway, and then according to Mr. Chapman, he said there's so much that they can do because again, this is Dominican Republic, and they don't have authorities in that country because even though that Sudiksha, she is an American and she's from the United States and she's from Loudoun County, but there's so much that the FBI and then the sheriff and they can do because again they have to cooperate with the law enforcement over there and work together to figure out some clues like what really happened to her. Okay, so next thing, like I said, and the question is to the sheriff, when he got out of the water with her, did he see her? Did he help her? Did he see her walk away? Did he see all that? Because like I said, and like he said, his story is inconsistent. Even though he said that he was very cooperative, which he was very cooperative, Joshua, to the authorities and everything, but his statement was not adding up. Now, I don't know, like I said in my previous many videos, I don't know if he was just drunk or he blacked out, that he doesn't remember the things that he said. He don't remember the story, and then he just said one thing, then he said another, maybe because of nervousness. I don't know. But I feel like if you have nothing to hide and you are very truthful and honest, then you should tell the truth instead of saying three different inconsistent stories. And that's what he did. And for him to not to answer 8 simple questions either, that's also a red flag to me in my eye. Now, what really caught my eye and what was really interesting was when Sheriff mentioned during the interview was Joshua's friend. Now, and I didn't know about this, and this was not said to the public either, that they interviewed his friend, or tried to interview his friend, but his friend was not really cooperative, or kind of cooperative, but his father was there, so he basically said the bare minimum, and I'm thinking, again, if you have nothing to hide, and you seem like you're not guilty, then why not be cooperative to the authorities and just answer any question that's given to you? And you have your father present with you or an attorney, but I don't believe they had an attorney. His father was there, but I'm just saying that he was just very standoffish and he didn't want to answer any of the questions, which to me, that's another red flag. But then the sheriff was kind of double playing it, like they kind of cooperated, but they really didn't cooperate. So I don't know what to make of that. To me, it seemed like you were very not straightforward, but not coming forward to give a statement, to tell the authorities what you know, what you heard, what you have seen, and it seemed like you were just giving pushback and not really cooperating. So to me, that's another red flag. Another thing, did they check Joshua's devices? Did they check his cell phone? Did they do a pin to figure out, what he was saying was really true? Did they do a toxicology report on him? Probably not. It's just little things that they haven't done, which they should have done in the beginning to make sense of all of this, and none of it makes sense. So that's another question that I have, and that the sheriff has as well. Another thing that I wanted to mention is that, okay, this is very shocking. I've been hearing this talk about this Puerto Rico theory, and I'm like, what is going on? What is happening? Because I see a lot of people talking about it in TikTok and this Puerto Rico theory. So this theory is, and what I've been hearing is that these two gentlemen in Puerto Rico believe that they seen Sudiksha at a bar drinking pina colada, and they took a video of it, and they said they made a statement on TikTok, but they didn't release the video saying that they believe that's her, but they don't want to post the video because they're scared and nervous and they don't want it to go viral. And I'm saying to myself, are you crazy? Like, seriously, if you believe that you think it's her, but you're not 100%, you don't want it to go viral, okay, that's fine. You don't want people to know who you are. You don't want the spotlight, okay. Common sense will call the authorities, call the FBI, call the law enforcement, call somebody. Not the people in Puerto Rico, maybe, I don't know, but call someone and then give the video to that person so they can do it in an analogy to see if that's really her. Face recognition, you know what I mean? To see if that's really her. Like, she's been missing for months, you guys, for months. And you would think if these two young men or boys, I don't know the age bracket of them, if you're afraid that you don't want it to go viral and you don't want this whole publicity and you don't want to go viral, give it to the authorities so they can do their investigation to find out if that's really her or not. Now, I hope and pray that that's the case. You know what I mean? Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico, they're very close. They're very close. And to get there, you can fly or take a boat. So just imagine, because I'm just thinking, and I'm just putting my thinking cap, just imagine that she was walking from the beach towards her hotel and someone grabbed her behind and abducted her and took her. It's a possibility that she went to Puerto Rico. I believe she's no longer in the DR. Okay, let's just get that right out of the back. She is no longer in the DR. She is not there. So if it was me as an investigator, as a PI, I would no longer look at the DR. Now, if this is really true with the Puerto Rico theory, and she's actually there in Puerto Rico, and then these two men, if it's really true what they're saying, I would think if they really did tape her, if there is footage of her actually in Puerto Rico, why not call the authorities? Why would you want it to go viral? If you don't want it to get any clicks and likes and you don't want it to go big, give it to the authorities. Let the authorities do their job to find out if that's really her, okay? People are been praying for her. Her family is like losing their mind. Her friends, they need to know if she's alive or dead. They need to know. So do the right thing. Do the right thing. And if you do have the tape of you believe that's her, give it to the authorities. That's just common sense. Like, if I knew and I think that's her, you best believe, I will give it to the authorities. I will call 911. I will call the FBI. I will call HSI. I will call anybody who will listen to what I have to say and give it to the authorities so they can do their own investigation to find out if that's really her or not. Now, people are thinking, oh, why she's in Puerto Rico? Why she's sipping a pina colada? Why she's not calling her parents and letting her parents know that she's alive and well? Well, you got to think, you guys, if you're being sex trafficking, okay, and they threaten you and say, listen, if you try to leave, if you try to do X, Y, and Z, I'm going to, you know what, okay? So they had to, she had to build their trust. They had to build her trust. They probably were drugging her as well. So she was too afraid to leave, okay? And on top of that, they were probably there watching her, okay? So when it comes to sex trafficking, you really don't have your freedom. They give you the bare minimum freedom, but they still have their eyes on you to make sure that you're not doing something that you're not supposed to do. So let's just say she took off and she ran, and then they caught her. Then there's consequences of her action. They may beat her, they may drug her, they may torture her. You just don't know what. And she maybe it's a possibility she tried to escape and then she got punishment from that escape. So is it possible it could be her? Maybe. Is it possible that the reason why she's not leaving because she feels threatened and scared that they might do something worse to her? Yes, it's a possibility. But my thing is, if this is really true of the Puerto Rico theory, and these two men have a video believing that is her, do the right thing and give the footage to the authorities so the authorities can do their investigation. Someone can go to Puerto Rico, because I believe that's part of the United States. There's no jurisdiction in the DR anymore because you know what? They're not doing their job at all, okay? If that is true and that's the case, do the right thing and give the footage to the right authorities so they can do the investigation to see if that's really her. And if it's not her, then we can move on and still continue to talk about her and continue to find evidence in regards to what really happened to her. But I hope and pray these two men do the right thing, okay? Because they say they're scared and nervous. They don't want it to go viral. Then don't put it on social media then. Don't put it on your YouTube channel. Don't put it on your TikTok. Don't put it on your Instagram. Do the right thing and give it to the authorities because their parents are in agony, okay? They've been in agony for months thinking that their daughter drowned because the DR police officers said that their daughter drowned because they wanted the case to be closed. They wanted to be a closed, done deal, and that's it. American girl drowned, that's it, it's over. I'm like, wait a minute. How can you say that she drowned when there's no body? How can you say that and then just make the case closed? Why are you not doing your investigation? Why are you not interviewing people that was with her or around her or where the last person that she was with? There's other people that she was there besides Joshua. She was with her friends. She was with other people. She went to other places before her disappearance. Why not do that? No, because they know that the resort or hotel resort is very popular. That's where she got missing, and they don't want heat on them. Okay, they want the heat and the situation to go away. So what's better for them to make it go away? Say that she drowned. To make it easier, closed case. Even though the case is not closed, but my thing is they're not doing their job. They're just doing the bare minimum. Say, oh, this, all that, and that's it. And the sheriffs say, no, that's not how it works. You cannot just say it's closed and then that's it. You have to dig up more information to find out if she really drowned or not. You can't just say that. And that's what the sheriff, MikeChapman, is saying, that it doesn't make any sense. You can't just say that it's closed and then that's it. There's no body still. She's still missing. The only thing that was at the beach was just her a pair of her sandals and her beach covering. That's it. Other than that, there's no body. So, and that's what I believe that they told their parents. So the parents declare her dead. And I don't feel like that's fair. I don't feel like that's right. And that's why Mike and then the FBI and other people of the authorities went to the Dominican Republic to investigate more and try to interview witnesses that were there. But again, there's so much that they can do because it's out of their jurisdiction, and then all they're doing is just cooperating with the authorities in the DR. But like I said, back to the Puerto Rico theory, and I'm going to say it again. Please, and I'm saying it to these two men that they said that they're scared, they're nervous, they don't want to go public with this. Fine, you want to keep your privacy, you want to keep yourself anonymous. That's fine, that's fine. But do the right thing and give whatever information you have or you know, give it to the authorities. Let the authorities who know what they're doing, who's equipped to this, can find out if that's really true or not. Because you know what, if it is true, they can take action. They can take action and try to find her and bring her home to her family because everyone loves her and miss her, and we all want her home. We all want her back home. Everyone's praying for her that she be back with her family and that she can just relive, not relive, but just try to get her life back. Because I can't even imagine what she's been going through for the last month if she is still alive. And again, I just can't. And everyone thinks that she's dead. Everyone thinks that she drowned. But like I keep saying, I don't believe she drowned. I don't believe she was in that water. I firmly believe that this girl is still alive and she's somewhere out there. And if it is a possibility, excuse me, that she's in Puerto Rico, let's just hope and pray that that's the case. Let's just hope and pray this is not a false information that these two men are saying, that they're just trying to get clicks and likes. Let's just hope and pray what they're saying is the truth. Let's just hope and pray that they do the right thing and turn in the footage that they say that they have, that they believe that is Sudiksha in Puerto Rico, drinking a pina colada. Let's just hope and pray that. And they will do the right thing. That's all I have to say about that note. If I know any other updates in regards to this, I will be the first person to mention it to you guys and let you know. Like I said, I will not stop about talking about her. I am going to continue talking. I will not rest. I will not stop. I'm going to continue talking about her and tell the authorities, tell the public that she's unalive. Until then, she is out there somewhere fighting for her life, hoping and praying that someone will rescue her and bring her home. And then hopefully one day, when she's good and ready, when she's not I wouldn't say relive the trauma because obviously there's always going to be trauma there, but when she is ready to tell her side of the story, her truth, and I truly believe that that's going to happen, then we be waiting for her. But until then, we are praying for her that she comes home safe. We're praying for her that everything works out, and people are still caring. I'm really happy to say that this sheriff, he still cares. Not still cares, but he cares about this case. He cares about this investigation. He knows something is very off and something's not making sense. And I just hope that they do the right thing as well for her, for the parents as well. Even though the parents are still grieving and they believe that their daughter is dead, based on what the authorities of the DR is telling them. But like I said, they have two other young kids to think of, and I just can't even imagine what a parent's going through. You know, no parent should go through that, like I said. But I understand why they said what they said, declaring their daughter dead. Everyone deals with grief differently. Shouldn't judge. But I know with us, including me, we would do things differently. I would do things differently. I would definitely not declare my son or daughter dead. I will fight to the better end to find my kid. And before I go, guys, you know, it's just really sad to me that they're not going out of their way to find her. And I get it, the parents declare her dead. But you know what? If it was a different situation, meaning that if it was another different type of skin, and I don't like to bring color into this because, you know, she's a brown-skinned girl. But if it was a different scenario, a different case, I think people will go out of their way, try to do their best to find a missing victim, a missing person. And like I said, this is a missing person that's been missing for months. And we have to, you know, try to, you know, what's the word? Do our best that every missing person is important, whether you're brown, white, Spanish, Puerto Rican, Irish, it doesn't matter. Every missing person counts. Every missing person matters. It doesn't matter. Because if it was your child, what would you do in that situation? You will want someone to go above and beyond to find your child, to put it out there. Whether you think it's just there's whether you think it's a cold case, whether you think there's nothing to be found of, in regards to this, it doesn't matter. It's still a missing person until someone presume that person not alive, is no longer on this earth. And we're going to continue talking about it. We're going to continue talking about her, Sudiksha, and keep her story alive. And and that's it. That's all I have to say about that. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Please share this video to other people who are invested in this as much as I am. I just want to thank all the other influencers that keeps talking about her, keep talking about her case, keeping her name alive. It's super important that we all do that. And a lot of people are just done and over with and moving on, saying that she's dead, she's drowned. But like I said, there's no body. If there's no body, we're going to keep talking about it. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Thank you so much for watching. That's it. And I will see you guys next time.